in, everyone. I need to start the YouTube ones. I intentionally had that song play and I didn't start the YouTube because I didn't want the people on YouTube to feel left out because they couldn't hear the song. But welcome in. I hope everyone's having a great Thursday. I love this version of Pink Pony Club. I'm going to be honest with you. This is fantastic. It's absolutely incredible. And Johnny, hello, welcome in. So Evie, you are due some congratulations on redeeming first. It's okay. This isn't your favorite version of Pink Pony Club. Lovely, welcome in. Celso, it's great to see you. Can we please get a shout out for Celso, Evie? Johnny, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. And Lovely, I feel like I saw it. Lovely, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. I don't remember if I thanked you or not. Michaela, hello, welcome in. How are you doing today? Sin. So close, Evie. Pony in, pink pony in. Y'all, if you're not following Celso the Hound, what are you doing with your life? Celso the Hound is fantastic. They deserve your follow on any platform. And starting next week, they're doing a Twitch subathon. So definitely go drop Celso a follow and be prepared to support them starting next week. Yeah? David, welcome. Hydrate and stretch. I wasn't even planning on doing that. And also, why can't I hear that? Hold up. I'm checking my audio stuff because I should have been able to hear that. I should have been able to hear that. Aloha, David. Let's see. Ow, thank you for the heart me. I appreciate it. Let's see. The browser is aux1, right? I'm going to replay that alert to figure out why I couldn't hear it while I'm looking at my soundboard real quick. Wait, why can't I replay that alert? Oh, weird. Thank you for the biddies, David. And hello, Daniel. Welcome back. How are you doing today? Interestingly, OBS's built-in activity feed does not allow you to replay a notification, which is weird. But I need to look at my audio things when I tell it to replay this. So let me find where that is. There's the alert overlay. Yeah, I can't hear that either. Is Wavelink just misbehaving? I'm gonna reboot Wavelink real quick. Hello, Nugget, welcome in. Demon Queen, thank you for the game controller. Oh my goodness. And David, thank you for the 201 biddies. I really appreciate it. Celso has some exciting news. Celso's new model is almost done. Yeah, y'all can hear it, but I can't hear it, and that's a little bit of a problem. What app is this, Wenda? What do you mean? I'm running, my VTuber model is running in Vignon today, but there's a bunch of different 3D VTuber models. But welcome in, Wenda. How are you doing? I'm going to restart Wavelink, so for a moment, you're not going to be able to hear me. Okay, now I've rebooted it. Thank you for the follow, Nezuko. I really appreciate it. Awesome name. I love Demon Slayer. I'm going to replay one of these alerts to try to figure out what on earth happened. Oh, it's going over the wrong aux. It's going over Ghost TTS, which is wrong. So it should be going over Wavelink browser, like that. So now if I replay Hydrate and Stretch, I can hear it. Perfect. That's what we needed. Is it on VR? Wenda, I also have my model on VR, and I do VR chat on Tuesdays. But today, this is like an export. This is a VRM export from a VR chat compatible avatar to work in some VTubing software. Nugget, I am streaming on literally all of those places at the same time, yes. I am a multi-streamer. And I do a good job of it, if I do say so myself. It is not easy, and I think I pull it off pretty fantastically. Uh-oh. Chat pet should have gone off. Michaela, I appreciate you finding all the bugs today. I swear VTS Pog was open. I swear I saw it in my little menu bar. And of all the things. So let me... Stream assets is probably not the right location. Is it? No, that is the right folder. Goblin Dave, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Hello, Ghost. Welcome in. Thank you for the follow as well. I'm getting VTS Pog up so I can replay the chat pet.
I wanted to use this, so I am. Hello, TikTok and YouTube.
There you go. We got it working. Your Ghost from Call of Duty Ghost? Okay. I am slightly familiar with the character. I haven't played Call of Duty, but I am familiar. It's kind of hard being a VTuber. It's probably harder than a PNG tuber. You know, Wenda, I don't know. See, the thing about being a VTuber is that while you do need to make sure that you're animated, I think it's probably easier than being a PNG tuber, because while you don't have to be animated to be a PNG tuber, you do have to be incredibly entertaining to make up for the lack of animation. So in that way, I think being a PNG tuber is probably more difficult than being a VTuber. Yes. I started off as a PNG tuber, like most VTubers do. And yeah, I was not very popular. I'm still not very popular, let's be honest, but I'm doing better now. You gonna give me a pickup line, GOC General? What is it? You always wanted to be a VTuber? What's stopping you, Ghost? Baldur's Gate 3 is the one with Karlach. Yes, Michaela, Baldur's Gate 3 is the one with Karlach. How long did it take you to draw the PNG tuber? I can't draw. It was a really old art request that someone on DeviantArt did for me. And then I didn't have like a talking and an untalking state. I just had like a dim state and a talking state. Hi, Apex. Hello. Welcome in. Hey, Aiden Young. Now, I'm used to people calling me old. I ain't used to being called young, Aiden. Evie, thank you for the 60 roses. I really appreciate it. Who's throwing stuff at you? Any TikTok gifs throw things at me. So there are also some special ones, though. Finger hearts will give me head pats. Thank you for the biddies, David. Finger hearts will give me head pats. Tiny Dinies will bonk me over the head. Heart me's will just throw a bunch of hearts at me, but everything else will throw 1 coin per essentially coin spent. Call of Duty's better than Fortnite. I'm not a big first person shooter kind of guy. Ow, David, why? Does the throw stuff work here? Yes, Michaela. Here there are throw stuff redeems, so you can throw like one thing at me with redeems, or you can give me bits, and bits will throw coins at me just like TikTok gifts do. And that's Wenda, it's the same as it is on YouTube. It's Nyavarr. It's Nyavarr everywhere. Dangerous. And I don't want to lose no time. Oh, what's my name? I go by Nyavarr on, well, honestly, my name is Nyavarr. My screen name is Nyavarr with a Y, and my real first name is Nyavarr without the Y. But Nyavarr is too close to a name that other people actually also have, so I can't get that username everywhere, and it was driving me crazy. It was driving me crazy, especially because on Twitch I put like my last initial after it, and people would call me first name last initial, and I'd be like, no, just call me the first name, please. And so Dizzy B, we need to get a shout out for Dizzy B. Hey, Redacted, welcome in. We need to get a shout out for Dizzy B. Dizzy B, like, and because I was a cat girl made VTuber at first, Dizzy B was like more like Nyavarr, because, you know, cat's nya in Japanese. And so now I'm Nyavarr. I'm having a logo made up and everything. It's my screen name everywhere. It's the perfect brand for my VTuber, even though I'm a fox and foxes do not nya, but I nya. Nya. So yeah. But tonight, y'all, tonight I'm going to be playing Baldur's Gate with David and Nick as usual for Thursdays. Bigger ears. My ears are much bigger now that I'm a fox. Yes, they are. And more floopy. We're doing the epilogue tonight. What's my biggest dono? Nugget, Rune has gifted me so much in both throne gifts and bits that it's crazy to I don't know. I don't want to tell Rune how much because I'm scared. My voice is amazing. You should be a voice actor. Well, thank you, General. I am actually applying to like small time voice acting gigs this year. It's one of my goals for 2025 to land just one voice acting gig. But I did do an ASMR stream once, which started with whispering, and we decided not to do that. And then it was just soft spoken, but it was all reading. It was all reading public domain works like Edgar Allan Poe. And that is on my YouTube. You can find that by searching ASMR on my YouTube channel. But I'm also very slowly, very, very slowly, should do it again. Maybe Evie. I'm very, very slowly recording a Dracula audiobook. Chapter 1 is also up on my YouTube, but it's been a hot minute since I recorded a chapter. What about CB Doodles, DK? You love Edgar Allan Poe is fantastic. You want to become a voice actor, Ghost? I don't have advice for you because I'm not a voice actor yet. Did Edgar make Crow? I'm not from what? The Raven? Do you mean The Raven? Dark Sun, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Welcome in. But it's approaching 8:30, so I'm going to call up the guys. I'm going to be talking to them as well. You guys are really chatty tonight, which I love. I'm just not used to it. You can do the voice of Venom. I haven't seen any of the Venom movies. Don't hate me for it. I just haven't. Wendy, you're fine. Also, I don't understand what autism would have to do with that, but you're fine. You're a sub, Nugget. I appreciate that. You'll be playing RuneScape, David? That, or is CB? Or what? Do ASMR again? Listen, maybe. All right, Michaela. We're going to call up the guys. Doo-doo-doo. 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 Hey, Nick.
Hello.
It's the epilogue tonight.
It is.
I have no idea how long it's going to be. I'm going to be sad if this is like a 30-minute thing.
Right, 15 minutes in and out.
Yeah. just a small adventure, a quick adventure in and out. Apex, I do not understand your question.
I gotta say, I know like 99% of your setup is digital, but the more you talk about it on stream, the more I'm imagining this pile of cables, arcing currents, vacuum tubes in the background.
I mean, have I shown? You don't want to see a picture of my desk setup because it is a cable mess. I do not have any cable organization going on. Mm-hmm. And of note is that I do have a Nintendo Switch dock on my desk, which plugs into... Yeah, it's a mess of cables as well. Both digital and analog messes.
Nice.
And Wenda, of course, that's okay. I appreciate lurkers. Aiden, ASMR stream
if
win.
Nyavarr was in Arcane, he'd end up as the local cuisine.
Rude. I'd be eaten? Did y'all hear that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm just making sure that still works. I don't know how to feel about that. But hey, Krabbby, how are you?
Not too bad. How about you guys?
Doing well.
Yeah, me too.
Well, I'm gonna get Baldur's Gate running here. Well, that's different. I don't remember seeing an NVIDIA GameWorks logo during the Baldur's Gate startup. But Aiden, I don't know when I'll do another one. Do I have any pets, Nugget? I do. I have 3 cats, Beatrice, Nymeria, and Tonks, and I have 2 dogs, Dakota and Luna. It's a zoo. And there's always something wrong. You have 3 cats and 1 dog. I've only got 1 more pet than you. You understand the struggle.
Once the animals outnumber the people, that's where it gets tricky.
You're not wrong. All right. Why does everyone look like they're offline even though they're not? Nick, I think you're... Well, wait, let me try typing something else. There you go.
I
Hi,
was, but then I
Ellison.
sneakily switched it.
Okay. I was like, I typed something to search for you and hadn't found anything. And then I saw you like flash. I was like, oh, maybe I'm just typing the wrong thing.
Joining failed, can't join game.
Why can't you? Does it say why?
Nope.
Same for me.
I'll try again. Has there been an update? Ellison, thank you for the roses.
No dice.
Well, here's what we'll do. I'll restart it.
There was a shader pre-caching update when I booted it. But that's it.
Tomorrow? What's tomorrow, Ellison? Should I know this? Is something I forgot? I sure hope not. There's a shader update, but that's it?
Mm-hmm. I mean, that shouldn't do anything.
Yeah, it shouldn't affect the protocol. You get your keys tomorrow? That's excellent. You bought a house? I assume that's what you mean by keys. Maybe you mean a car. Nugget's pet names are Lilo, Stitch, and Nugget / Rorschach / Goomba. And their dog's name is Willow. Why is one of your cats Nugget, Rorschach, Goomba? What happened there?
Sometimes that's the cat.
Okay, let's get... What the heck? You ever double click on a folder and instead of opening the folder, it opens up the properties of the folder?
No.
I can't open this folder. What the hell? There we go. I'm concerned at the rest of the night because of
It's gone
this.
well so far. Yeah. Only everything you've tried to do has gone wrong.
In some way or another, yeah. Every single thing somehow. That's apparently Wenda is getting all my luck. They're siphoning it off because they just got a shiny score bunny on Pokemon Go.
Oof.
Aiden, I'm doing well. Thank you. Y'all love me. I appreciate that. I love y'all too. Her full name is Rorschach, Huntress of Nuggets, Guardian of the Goombas. Now that's a name. Well, I'm so excited for your new house, Ellison. That's crazy. Buying a house is such a big leap.
Mm-hmm.
On occasion, we regret it. You need to update Pokemon. Evie, thank you for the biddies. I really appreciate it. All right. I'm dispatching new invites now. Crossing my fingers. IDK.
Fail again.
It failed again?
You think they would be assholeish enough? Remember that one time you saved after going to bed, but before actually going to bed? And we couldn't join that save?
Not really.
I mean, it was like 8 months ago, but yeah.
Wenda, I do have a Discord server. You can find the link at Nyavarr.com. And Shiro, welcome in.
Is there a save before this most recent one? It's not way back.
There's an autosave at the reunion camp.
Worth trying.
Hey, white cat with knife. Welcome in.
Okay, this is a known thing. Load any save before the epilogue. We can join in, and then you can load the epilogue save.
Oh, yeah, I can. Okay. I forgot that I can load back to the epilogue if I load an older save.
Apparently, new people, quote unquote, just can't join your session during the epilogue for whatever reason.
Weird. So maybe it's not long. All right, dispatching new invites. Take me to the beach.
Well,
did that not work?
When in the timeline was that save?
High Hall. So right before we climb up to the brain.
Pick something more mundane.
More mundane?
Yeah. I mean, because that's like in the middle of a big quasi-scripted event, right?
Okay, let's try quick save 206, the Steelwatch Foundry.
That's pretty mundane. I mean, it doesn't matter how far back we go as long as we can all get in.
Welcome in, Super Mega Melon Bros. How are you doing? You got refused for 5 minutes before it let you gift me? Oh my goodness. All right. Dispatching new invites. Aha.
There we go.
Perfect. So I'll swap over to the game scene now. And we will load into reunion camp.
Okay, I'm fully okay.
Oh, were you guys not in?
I fully loaded in just before you hit the button.
I'm sure it'll be fine because you guys already joined this time and it didn't get that far before. But let me know. At least now we know how far back we need to go. Hey, Jason, welcome in. How you doing?
I am in.
Here we go.
You're in too, Krabbby? All right. Let's. Oh, I don't have Karlach, so I can't talk with animals. Would someone like to start with Scratch? He's right behind us.
Familiar sight. Scratch can't quite speak around the thing he has in his mouth.
Yes, the prism.
How many mods do I have, Jason? None. This is a vanilla run. See you, Nugget. Feel free to come back anytime.
I found this.
Good night,
Smelled
Winda.
like you, so I kept it. Seemed like something you might like to throw. Oh, I've been so good. I've got a nice home in the city now.
Couple,
A girl
Jason.
named Mindy says I'm her best friend. She's mine too. Also you. I've got so many best friends. I hardly know who to play with.
Right, Michaela? He's the bestest boy.
I certainly have, and I always will. Forever, I think. And so will you.
Hello, Corey. Welcome in. How you doing?
Keeping us all on tenterhooks. Starting to wonder if you'd show up.
Who's the deer? The deer is Krabbby. The cat is Nick. Let's see. Are you choking? I've been counting down the days.
Honestly? So have I. Oh, come here, will you? It's been forever.
I'm doing good. Thank you, Corey.
Never noticed you have like dragon dreadlocks.
Yeah, that's interesting.
You feel a little more substantial than before. Less
All right,
camping
Jason,
and
drop back
scrounging
by
for
anytime.
fun, I take it.
You can say that again. I've slept under the stars enough for one lifetime.
I'm not entirely sure I'd agree. In fact, I found a nice meadow. not
Hey,
far from
Anubis,
where I
welcome
live
in.
now. Every now and again, I'll spend the night there. For old time's sake. I'm glad you seem well. Truly.
Tell me what you've been up to.
Wandering, mostly. The adventuring life is almost a tonic when you're not constantly threatened by brain monsters and cultists. I can finally see the world beyond the cloister.
Seems like you're doing right by yourself.
I like to think so. Choosing my own path is still something of a novelty for me, but at least I'm free to make my own mistakes. One of my first stops was the House of the Moon in Waterdeep. It's the largest temple of Selûne in existence. It seemed like the perfect spot to reflect on my parents, on where they came from. And where I came from too, I suppose. Hard to imagine, isn't it? Me, of all people, in the lair of the Moon Witch herself. God, your truest act of heroism was putting up with all that char and drivel I was spouting for so long.
Are you going to turn to Selenite rhetoric now instead?
Not quite. But luckily Selûne allows you to forge your own path. Perhaps I'll be drawn to her, perhaps not. Either way, I get to decide. That's not something I was ever able to claim before.
What's next for you?
I don't know. Which is just the way I like it just now. Perhaps I'll just stick a pin in a map and see what I find, or head to the docks in the morning and scrounge a berth to find somewhere new. I'd like to see the islands, maybe, or head south to Arm. I heard there's an enclave of werecats that hunt the followers of dark gods by moonlight. I'd love to see if there's any truth to that. But enough about me. What have you been up to?
Well, Jason, we're all listening to the dialogue, but I know Krabbby certainly probably doesn't see chat. Nick may or may not.
Don't be a stranger.
Speaking of which, Nick, I think it's your turn to do a dialogue.
Sure.
There you are.
My boy
I was
Volo.
hoping you'd make your way over. Ah, my dear friend, it's been an age, has it not? You're looking very well indeed. Our skeletal friend will be very pleased to see I found my way here, despite my invitation getting lost in the post.
You didn't get invited?
Wonderful to see you, Volo.
Busy as ever. Better that than the reverse, wouldn't you say? Every major publishing house on the Sword Coast has been vying for my upcoming book on the subject of our adventures together.
Hi, Poodle.
I've got
Welcome in.
replicating your signature, so you needn't even bother with the release form. You might help me with the title, though. I'm considering The Hero and Me. What do you think?
One is so mean.
Yeah, love it. Go for
I
it.
knew you would. Perhaps once the manuscript is finished, you'd even be willing to write a foreword? Or better yet, I'll write a draft and you can just sign your name. Better still, I'll sign it for you. Your success really has been wonderful for my reputation. But you mustn't let me hog your attention all night, my friend. You've many friends to chat to, and I'd love to listen in.
I love that. He'll write it for you. You can just sign it. Actually, I'll sign it. Krabbby, do you want... Wait, what the heck? What's that red bird flying through?
That's our vampire friend.
Oh, it is a Starion. Jason, that's a weird question.
Boo! We are not dreaming. It is our old friend. Oh, and it is good to be seen. Oh, after so many days down in the dark, Minsk began to wonder if he was some blind bug who had only dreamed himself to be large and bulksome. You will forgive the aroma, I hope. We were not expecting the Dusty One to open a portal to our very cell. Boo had a moment to lick himself clean, but there is a little too much of Minsk to cover. Minsk and Boo have been helping, of course.
Celso, I
We guard
appreciate
the
you.
streets, while Jaheira is occupied with harperish matters. The Zentarum rule the city's underbelly, so Minsk and Boo went to give them a tickle. There were harsh words, battle cries, some manner of head wound. We awoke in a Zentish cell, awaiting trial by noble combat. Execution, says Boo, though I am not sure of the difference.
Oh, Minsk.
It is a long walk to the gallows, and Minsk still has his fists, no? Minsk and Boo agree to disagree. But leave such matters for the morn. Tonight is for celebration and the telling of tales. How have you filled your days since we tore this sticky tyrant from the sky?
Billy.
Ha! Who does not believe your bitter words? There is much merriment to be made before the night is done. Go and greet the others.
Jason,
This
putting
shall
together
make you
my
self-presentable.
fox
This
avatar
comes
was...
nicely, boo.
It didn't take very
Though I
long.
see no soap.
It's come together over
So
time,
you
though.
shall have to blow the bubbles for me.
Yes, Billy.
I wish I could talk to Boo.
Right? I think we all wish we could talk to Boo. Alright, my turn.
Well, you can make yourself presentable when you have a mind to.
Oh, that makes one of us. Damn. I missed you too, Chihira.
How nice to be understood again. I have spent the past months bickering with builders and bankers, all to restore the city exactly as it was. Same twisting alleys for purse pickers, same wooden buildings ready to get burnt by next year's dragon, same cisterns overflowing, huh?
It's a kip, but it's our kip. I wouldn't change a thing.
Baldurians simply get on with it. Stubbornness, civic spirit, plain stupidity. Perhaps all three, but nothing I will sniff at any longer. Harpers have come from half the world over to lend aid. Farmers, masons, healers.
Of course, Jason.
My own son, Jord, has been wooed to their ranks. Already he plans crop cycles in Worm's Crossing. Not so for my daughter. Ryan's rejoined the Flaming
Welcome
Fist.
back, Nugget.
Temporarily, you understand. To organize the craftsmen. Though she spends more time locking up comrades for pocketing aid funds. They might learn a thing or two if they don't expel her. Again.
Oh, well and good, but what about you? I want to hear what you've been up to.
There is still much to do. People to house. A Harper network to rebuild. I may have little love for this city, but so long as my family chooses to serve it, I can do no less. For all your travels, I hope you have arrived where you want to be. Home. Whatever that means to you.
Where we're standing now, this campsite is my home, even when I am far away.
Ah, sentiment. With the greatest affection, I can think of better ways to sour our stomachs. I must
Chihira.
inspect the refreshments. You'll never know. Some ne'er-do-well might have tampered with the wine.
In this group, maybe. Who's next, Nick?
That's a good question.
All these familiar faces. It's good to see them again.
Halcyon and Lae'zel are the nearest.
Psionic projection is holding.
See if Bat wants to talk. Come back here, Bat.
Well, look who it is.
Biggest
My
dino you ever
first
got?
and oldest friend.
I don't understand,
6
Jason.
months have been kind to you.
Indulged every vice and explored some new ones.
A soul after my own heart. Oh, assuming you have any soul left, of course. But I am glad to see you're living life to the fullest.
Oh, Jason, I
With
have no
everything
idea.
else, you and
What have you been up to?
Cazador's mansion has become my palace and played host to every kind of banquet and soiree and masquerade imaginable. And of course, has seen its fair share of hedonism, clandestine deals, and the occasional disappearance. Whatever it takes to build up my influence over those who matter.
Jason, I don't spend a lot of time keeping track of that, which is why I don't know. But it's probably something from Rune. Rune has gifted me some amazing gifts from my
How's it
throne.
going?
making all sorts of new friends. They're the kind of friends that would see me burn the first chance they get. But that's all in the nature of the game, isn't it? But the important thing is I am doing wonderfully. Finally having a life that's worth living. And who knows what's next? There's an entire world out there, ready for the taking.
Into that.
Perhaps the next time we meet, we'll have grander conquests to toast. I did miss you, you know. There is a sense of loneliness that comes with power.
Jason.
We did share a
I don't even know what
wonderful
character you're
adventure
talking about.
and pity to see it end in some ways. But we have great new lives stretching out before us, and great new adventures to go on. I will never forget the time we spent together, though. And I know you'll never forget me. Until next time, darling.
Oh, shit. Oh, my God. He wasn't kidding. With us, you mad bastard! You brought me back! Soldier. It's really you. I've missed you, man. Like, I've really missed you. And you're so clean. I'd say so. Can't think of who's been carrying your pack now that Kay's out of commission. Man, we had some good times. Wish Will and I had more time to reminisce, but surviving Avernus is just non-stop. Still, having him there has been incredible. You really can get through anything with someone you love at your side. Oh, but hey, guess what we found? Cambion dropped a map with directions and blueprints for Zariel's own private forge. A fucking forge! Our current plan is to get in, grab a smith, and force him to fix old Rusty. Or maybe give me a brand new model that can live outside of Avernus. You haven't seen the last of old Karlak yet, soldier.
Evie, thank you for the
Trying not
Oh,
biddies.
to count my owlbears before they've hatched. But the thought of coming back to Baldur's Gate keeps me going.
I appreciate
Can
it.
I hook you up when I'm out? Hey, that would be kind of fun, though. High stakes hide and seek. Honestly, I'd be curious to see if you could land a blow or two. Gods, is it good to see you again. To be here together. Hard not to get used to it all over again. This won't be the last time. I promise.
Don't make jokes like that, Jason.
Hello again. Beautiful.
You would think someone of my vintage would be inured to the passage of time. Yet these past 6 months have seemed endless without your company. But now, our paths cross once more.
The feeling's mutual. I've missed you.
We have all pined for each other's company, I sense. I cannot imagine otherwise after what we shared. That bond was forged in a crucible that can never be stoked again, Oak Father willing. It is a bond that can weather any distance, any passage of time. I know it can, for I feel the longing for old friends in my heart each day.
The future's ours to write. Who knows what we might
0102.
yet share together. Rune, thank you for the bits. Welcome in, Rune.
You are right, of course.
How you doing?
I am accustomed to dwelling on the past, even when it brought me nothing but unhappiness. You changed that.
and gave me the most precious of memories. Now the task is to make yet more of them, so that each reunion shall be all the sweeter. And who's to say we need to make such gatherings a rare occasion? My hearth is yours to warm yourself beside.
Good food rooms.
Now, we have much to catch up on. Do not allow me to ramble on. I am eager to hear all you've been doing.
You first, Halson. I want to hear about the life you've made, the people you've helped.
In that case,
When do they're here?
our community grows rapidly. In 6 months, we have turned what was once a shadowy wasteland into a true home for all. In another 6 months, I would wager the scars of the past will be entirely invisible, even to
Chili
those
cheese
who remember
dogs.
them.
Nice.
The old masonry of Moonrise Towers and Rythwin have been repurposed into new homes, and the land is rich with harvests and bountiful trees. Nature and civilization are in harmony, stronger together.
The land was shattered into multiple islands connected by big roots that dip down into bottomless caverns. I guess druids are actually magical, so they could probably fix that, but dang.
I'm sure it's all fixed now, yeah. I recall you have quite a few young wards to care for. 9 wagons of them, wasn't it?
My greatest purpose and greatest reward. Those children have been through more than fate had any right to cast at them, and yet they go on as resilient as anything in nature. I impart what knowledge I can to them, yet, in truth, they teach me far more. The land we saved is theirs, and they will cherish it, I'm sure. Thaniel and Oliver shall never want for friends again.
Do not remember the children.
I'm glad you're happy.
As am I. I may age more slowly than most, but I do believe I've gained some new laughter lines of late. Now, please, tell me all, and spare no details. I shall not lie. I have an ulterior motive in wishing to hear all. It is the children, you see. My charges. Their appetite for bedtime tales is greater than I could ever have anticipated. Another story, Daddy Halsin. Another is the chorus that greets me each nightfall. They have all but exhausted my repertoire in but a few short months. No mean feat given the lifetime I have lived. I desperately need new material, please. My reputation is at stake.
All right, let's see what I have.
I am all ears. Though I never cared for that phrase. A rather unsettling image.
Huh. Regale Halson with tales of the past 6 months.
You have kept yourself busy. I expected no less, in truth. I shall be able to keep the children enthralled for a few more nights yet, thanks to you. And should you wish to retell of your exploits in person, well, I shall not object to a night off.
You've got to sleep, Wenda. Go to sleep.
Me to hoard you all to myself for the evening, as much as I would like to. I shall leave you to the others for now, unless there was anything else.
Tell me about Thaniel and Oliver. Do you see much of them?
Quite often. They come and go as they please, but with so many playmates to avail of, they are far from strangers. They ask after you often.
Good night, Wenda.
What you did for them will never be forgotten. I can see it in the land all around me. But more importantly, I see it in their faces whenever they visit. To make a child smile is to dabble with the power of gods as far as I'm concerned.
You seem more settled than I expected of you. I thought that was against your nature.
As did I, but somehow I feel like I no longer need to roam. That I have found something worthy laying roots for. Amazing what can be discovered about oneself, even at a ripe old age.
What of the Grove? Do you stay in touch?
On occasion, but I prefer not to interfere. Francesca of the High Forest is Archdruid now, and by all accounts, she has proven to be a steady and wise influence. Even Korga may yet find true balance, thanks to her influence.
Still partial to roaming in bear form, I take it?
I spend half my days in Ursine form. The children demand it. I had a score of them taking turns riding upon my back just days ago. I'm glad they are so comfortable with the Oakfather's creations. But they must learn that not all are as amiable as I am. A lesson for another time, though. They deserve some joy. As for roaming, that impulse has dwindled, I must admit. Perhaps because I have found where I am meant to be.
May I have a hug, Halson?
Of course. Your embrace makes me feel safer than any armor could. Before you go, I have something for you. Just a little keepsake, really. Do you remember how I told you I like to whittle? I made this. Ducks are my favorite, but I thought they were particularly fitting in this case.
Quack, quack.
They are migratory birds, of course, traveling far and wide with the turn of the seasons. Yet, they always find their way back to where they belong. Just like old friends find themselves back in each other's company.
You're a sentimental creature at heart, you know that?
Oh, I am well aware, trust me. Now, I've taken up enough of your time. Go on, enjoy the festivities.
Yeah, Billy. I'm doing what you wish you could. Hugging a bear.
Oh. My turn this time? Yeah.
Yeah. Is it? Yeah.
Gale's looking weird.
Gale. Is he godly now?
Goodness.
Yes.
Faerûn always so dull. Still, at least the company was worth the trip, if not the view.
Magic feels different.
Not to be overly pedantic, but they are my powers now. I imagine you're wondering how all this came to be. The finer points of divine ascension are beyond mortal comprehension, I'm afraid, but I can provide a rudimentary sequence of events. First, I retrieved the crown of Karsus and reforged it using a series of precise and highly complex Netherese incantations. Then, I used it. As you know, the orb within me was the half-formed Karsite Weaver. Magic left incomplete by Karsus' self-destruction. I finished it. Using the crown of Karsus, I turned it into a new form of magic, fused with my being, driven by my purpose. And then I put it to work. As expected, Mystra was unwilling to hand over the reins of the weave, so I've claimed dominion over another area which I've passing familiarity. Ambition.
It was pretty good. challenge Mr. would have been a greater folly than Tarsus.
I don't recall saying that I'd given up. I can say this much for now. Mistra is welcome to her dominion. My aims are set a little higher than offering cursory blessings to just any half-decent spellcaster. I exist not to bestow favors on my followers, but to inspire them to seize their destinies for themselves, exactly as I did. I'm their proof.
Interesting.
Their hopes are not barren wastes, but the loamy soil in which their future achievements will flourish. Proof that with ambition, anything is possible.
Galarian magic sounds intriguing.
Ao would prefer to let the cosmic dust settle from my unexpected ascension before considering my right to grant my followers such power. I'm sure it'll come around in a millennium or so, and by then my creed will be something to reckon with. There are already several shrines in my honor scattered across the outer reaches of Thay, and rumors of a very prominent temple under construction in Arm. This is only the beginning.
But nothing in Baldur's Gate, where it all started?
If you ever need a chosen.
Don't worry. With the ambition you hold, you'll never be too far from my sights. Pursue your dreams, and keep me in your prayers, and who knows? They might just get answered.
The ambition thing definitely fits Nick.
It's so totally. I didn't even know it was going to be a thing in the epilogue, but it's so perfect.
I'm honestly surprised you didn't go for the unimaginable power dialogue option. Who's this?
Oh, hello. Let me guess, you've got some suggestions about the music choice.
Oh, good. I'm not just forgetful.
I find it hard to summon up the trademark pep these days. You have no idea who I am, do you? I thought Withers might have set the stage a little.
Such sassy dialogue options.
Mm-hmm.
What a shame. I'd like to hear a different song, please.
I owe him a favor, one he is eternally invoking. I thought honoring the worthy was a fair price to pay for Withers to pull me out of the fugue plane. Alas, one purgatory to another.
The plane of fugue? That sounds like a bad place.
Languishing in obscurity. Cyric knew what he was doing when he punished me for that song, the prick. Before I was banished to the fugue plane, I had song prayers coming out the proverbial ears. Guess how many I get now? None.
Song prayers?
Musical prayers were once offered to Menil, Lord of Song, a minor deity whose worship faded after offending the trickster god Cyric.
I'm washed up, I'm afraid.
Thank God for that religion check.
Mm-hmm.
You know. You're bloody right. It is an honor. Finally. The scribe picks an adventurer of substance, of culture. What can I do you for? Fantastical news. Carry on I shall.
All right. Who do we have left? Will.
Will, Lazel.
I'll start with Will. Actually, I'll take my turn reading some books and such. There's some gazettes over here. Baldur's Mouth Edition 233. Tsar sick, silence continues at Noble's Palace. 6 months since the assassination of Archduke Gortash. Small Sun, tour new district built by Elturian refugees. New Bardic School, Tiefling founder secures Upper City funding. Janeth House to host Evening of Art and Culture celebrating Salvation of City. And a monument planned for heroes of the High Hall. Issue 240. Volothamp Gedarm's Guide to Baldur's Gate. Bard seeks contributors to newest edition. Last holdout cultists cleared from Temple of Baal. Iron Throne wreckage continues to block shipping lanes, complain merchants. Settlers bound for lands upriver amid claims curses lifted. Business boom, take your troubles to the House of Grief. 245. The Wave Servant murder has been solved. Raven Guard has returned to full strength. The Gondians disband. Gond's time has come and gone. Gondians no more. Wolbern Bongle's Iron Hand Gnomes take center stage. Iron Hands and Gondians rebuild. City's new era of ingenuity. And serial killer unmasked as crazed ballist. Planar Pains. City caught in center of Githyanki war. And edition 255. Fresh stock. An interview with the new master of Ramesses Tower. Thorm's army has been dispersed from Baldurian borders. Report, the Stone Lord has been killed by beloved Ranger. Isn't the Stone Lord here with us?
Right, but the Stone Lord was his evil.
Oh, that's right.
Alter ego, so yeah, Jaheira did kind of kill him.
Almond Cakes of Avernus. Ulturian refugees and owners of city's newest cafe share their recipe. Harper's out of hiding. Secretive sect step forward to aid city. And the site of Foundry Blast still sectioned off, says Fist. And then there's a chest of grateful words. Oh, with a whole lot of letters. Okay. To the hero of the realms. We have followed your adventure closely from the day you fell from that doomed nautiloid to the final blow you struck the Netherbrain as it loomed over the Sword Coast. We are but a humble guild who pride ourselves in telling stories, not unlike the tales to be written of you for many years to come. How inspired we have been to witness your feats, awesome and terrible, the lives you've saved and sundered, the friendships you found. Thus we thought to extend a greeting, to thank you for adventuring with such creative determination, such panache, enough to touch the hearts of each of our number. With deepest gratitude, the Guild of Great Genius. Ooh, a letter from Barkus. To whom it may concern, Withers gave me this address and said I could consider writing. Thus, an update. The Ironhand Gnomes are nearly beyond help, but I've managed to yoke them into something resembling a coherent force for innovation. We've been hired to assist in the city's reconstruction, and our steam-powered object motorations are helping to move building supplies in every part of the city. It's nothing, really. I am well. I trust you are too. We deserve it, after all, don't we? Barkus Woot. Letter from Art. Who is Art? To an old acquaintance. I write to you from the sunny porch of the Last Light Inn. A light breeze blows now and then. People are milling in and out. Builders, visitors, the children of all ages in Halsin's care. I can no longer hold a quill or eat without assistance. A kind friend is transcribing this for me. Thaniel, rejoined with Oliver, has promised to be with me when the end comes, and as our old songs drift on the wind, ever louder, I know I have mere days left. But I do not fear it. If not for your help, this land would still be shrouded in darkness, and I'd still be lost within it. Know that my heart is full and happy, and I am grateful for my last moments. Do visit someday, and if you have time to stop by an old Flaming Fist's grave, I know I'd love to see you. Art Kullach. Valeria. Salutations. I'm writing to request your help in a mysterious case that has arisen since our little Balian bash a half year ago. Regrettably, I've had to take the credit for dispelling the Ball cult, in your absence, you understand, and am working on routing the remaining Ballists from our fair city, with the newly promoted Blaze Devella Fountainhead in tow, of course. This has made me a target. A false document bringing my name into ill repute has been made public. An alleged unpaid bar tab at the Elf Song. If you happen to be passing through with a bindle of coin, perhaps you can persuade management of my obvious innocence? Much obliged. Investigator Valeria, Sleuth of Helm. P.S. Any advice on getting ballast blood out of cloth? My hat's not been the same since the murder tribunal. Do you think Valeria definitely skipped out on their bill?
Almost certainly.
Almost certainly, right?
I need you to know, Nyavarr, that the clothing that you're currently wearing is called hot pants.
Hot pants? Excellent.
Yep.
We have a letter here from Harlep. Do you remember Harlep?
Only the name.
I think you'll remember Harlep very quickly. Since the timely end of Raphael's reign, I've gone back to Mephistopheles' palace in Cania. Many of his father's court are celebrating the demise of my little brat behind closed doors, and I'm making a fortune selling evenings in his form now there is no contract binding me to secrecy. Rather tasteless to desire a dead man like that, even amongst devilkind, isn't it? Unsurprisingly, you've proven quite popular bed-warming the denizens of the ice hells as well. Undoubtedly, you've felt the echoes of ecstasy when I turn into you, yes? Many satisfied hellspawn. I was with a Galugan the other night who was rather taken by how your surface flesh shivered, pushed up against a glacier. Here are some other reviews of your body my patrons have asked me to forward to you. So rare to find a not-forked tongue in these parts. 5 out of 5. You really should have asked for the nails to be trimmed before memorizing this form. 2 out of 5. It gets frostbite too quickly and is unsuitable to exhibitionism in this hell. 3 out of 5. I hope you're enjoying Pleasure's Kick. Signed, your favorite incubus. Hi, Jackie. Welcome in.
Doesn't ring a bell.
We have a letter from Ravengard. Hero of Baldur's Gate, vanquisher of the Absolute. The city is forever in your debt, for without your valor, your audacity, your sacrifice, it would not know renewal. It is not temples and inns and homes that I speak of, but hearts. Baldur's Gate can never be the city it was before it suffered the Absolute's touch, and that is as it should be. The survivors have borne witness to their homes' near destruction. They have come to regret turning a blind eye to the cruelty Cortash disguised as safety and security. And they understand, just as I have come to understand, that trust, compassion, and unity are the foundation of Baldur's Gate. Our gates are open once more to the disowned and displaced. The Flaming Fist will learn to be true servants of the people. And I will devote myself to ridding the gate of the shameful fears that allowed evil to enter our homes and sit at our tables. Yours, Older Ravengard. Okay, I'm about a third of the way through the letters. Do we want to take a person turn?
Just to let you know, there's also a Baldur's Gazette 256 over here.
Oh, do you want to take that one?
No, you go ahead.
But it's so far away. I don't even remember where you pinged. Okay, I'll do the Gazette, and then one of you can take a person turn before I continue reading all of these massive letters. Baldur's Mouth 256. Criminals consolidate. Guild uses rebuilding efforts to expand power. Absolute emergency over, declares Fist. Last Illithids routed from sewers. Baldur's Mouth editor resigns. Links to Gortash regime unfounded. Sure. Black market, black magic. Devil's fee goods still unaccounted for. Sharessa's raconteur Raphael reported dead. Selûnite outpost decimated by unknown assailant, now protected by the Sword of Saloon. Dame Aylin. Head banker deposed at the counting house. Whoop. All right.
Well, there he is. Gale in all his glory. I hope you're happy, the god of ambition. Have you ever heard anything more ridiculous?
I love that Withers brought the cats.
I think I'll make an excellent addition to the Pantheon.
Ambition, aspiration, greed, and hubris is all I hear.
Dang.
The Gale I knew wasn't like this. He recognized his mistakes. He was contrite. All he wanted to do was live. Unfortunately, he fell into company that turned his gaze toward foolishness. Yes, I mean you.
Oh.
He wanted to ascend and he did it.
Then you're just as mad as he.
Significantly more so.
I know there's nothing you could have done to stop him. Not really. Once he
Is someone else here a stabbing?
from his mistakes.
Yeah.
What use were either of our protests? Perhaps you'd be willing to come meet Gale's mother sometime? She misses him so. And I know it would do her heart a world of good to discuss her son with someone who knew him as he was.
Love to.
Jolly good. I'll tell Mrs. Dekarios to be expecting you. Oh, she'll be delighted. Things just haven't been the same without himself cluttering up the place. Enjoy your party, dear. I've heard you quite deserve
Who's
a celebration.
stabbing people? Oh, it might just be Asterion transforming in and out of bat form.
That's probably it, yeah.
All right, whose turn is it?
Crabs, I believe.
You were the one talking to the cat?
I was.
Oh, I did not expect that.
That cat can speak perfectly. That cat is versed in the Queen's English.
For 2 months I trained the Knights of the Comet. For 2 more I skewered Kithraki bellies. And for 2 more yet, I traveled through Limbo. I never imagined we'd be standing toe-to-toe on this day.
Is she not actually here?
Nothing but allies, I always told myself. A necessary partnership.
I don't think.
But in spite of every strained word, every barbed glance, seeing you brings me even more pleasure than taking a Royal Inquisitor's head. Bit. It's taken a dozen Gish's talents, a few stolen psi crystals, And 2 10 days of effort to conjure my projection.
Jeez.
Worth it, I'd say. I miss this place. This... Faerûn.
Listen. Thank you for the 10 roses, Ellison. I really appreciate it.
No need to pretend. I know the word means little to you. Shraptalor is the capital of the Githzerai, an exiled people, once kin with mine until the madness of civil war ripped out one sky into 2. Algish sent word of the rebellion to their god king Zareth Nyavarr through the cosmos. He's agreed to parley. It's fallen to me to secure an alliance.
Ellison. What do you mean it wasn't you?
Exactly the reaction I expected. My blade is keen as ever. But it was
Thank you for the 5 roses,
proper
Ellison.
victory doesn't always require a razor-sharp edge. Sometimes, a sincere plea is more persuasive than a dagger against the neck. Nyavarr is an ascetic. He reached out in good faith.
Different Ellison?
This is his
I think
way.
not.
It is in this spirit that I must meet him. And if he refuses, I carry on. Gravity pulls me in but one direction. I am the comet. I will not rest until I burn Vlaakith's bones to ash and smash her phylactery to pieces. My people will be free. But you've heard that refrain before. Zealous, bossy, insistent. All part and parcel of my undeniable charm. Soon, when the comet has risen, when the Lich Queen has crumbled to dust, I miss this place. More to the point, I miss you. I wouldn't even deny it with Vlaakith's vorpal blade at my neck. Though, I'd rather it not come to that. Now go, mingle a bit. That's the word, right?
Mingle.
I'll be back one day. The Overgod himself couldn't keep me away.
The Overgod. Is that supposed to be the god of all gods?
Ao, I believe, yeah.
Alright. It's back to the mailbox. We have a letter here from Arabella. Hey you! It's Arabella. You remember me, right? Bone Man once said I needed to find balance. Where creation meets ruin, where morning meets midnight, the root of all being. Fancy talk. He was right, though. After I touched that idol in the grove, it was like a big tree started to grow in my head, and all these weird thoughts and feelings and powers sprouted on its branches like big black leaves. I had to figure myself out, so I followed the weave, like Bone Man said. I don't know how I knew what to do. I just did. After you squished the brain, Beard Man showed up. Said the weave led him to me and me to him. He's teaching me how to make sense of all those leaves on my head tree. He says I need to use magic responsibly. He also says not to call him Beard Man. I'll let you know how it goes. Etvard? A small extract from a self-published polemic tabloid. A note is attached at the top. I will not be silenced. E. Needling with Etvard. Friends, Baldurians, my people, consider our loss, our lauded and benevolent patriarchs maimed, our great upper city libraries demolished, the very beating heart of our great city, the right to speak freely, dead upon the cobbles. Do you not see, my friends? Lord Gortash, formerly our greatest bulwark against the Absolute, is now smeared as a collaborator? His allies and colleagues tossed aside. former publications of repute turning to censorious farces. I ask you, the pamphlet continues in much the same fashion. So the newspaper people still hates us. From Floric. Dear friend, I doubted you for so long. Perhaps you knew that already, in spite of my best attempts. You proved yourself time and again at Joaquin's Rest, in Moonrise Towers, in Worm's Rock, and still I doubted. The Netherbrain's defeat should have proven your courage, yet I was more doubtful than ever. This was a ruse, a dream, a trick, and then one eve, from the elf song, I heard it, singing, a raucous, lewd, tuneless, drunken refrain. I'd never heard anything more terrible and more beautiful. I raised my voice and joined the chorus. That was the moment all my doubts melted away and were replaced with something more valuable. Hope. Baldur's Gate will be whole again. I might have doubted you, but you never did. With profound admiration, Floric. Elminster. Whoops, I accidentally picked that letter up instead of reading it. I'll come back to that. Alfira. Hello, friend. I'm sorry it's been so long, but I have the most amazing news. You know how Lacrissa was working insane hours at the Elfsong Tavern? Well, she woke me up one morning, all excited, and told me she had a surprise for me. She took me to a house in the lower city that had a plaque hanging up outside of it. A plaque with your and Lila's names on it and School of Music beneath. I just burst into tears. I couldn't believe it. It's the cutest house you've ever seen, with a big open space downstairs and a small loft where we can sleep. Word spread, and before I knew it, I had a room packed with trainee bards from Candlekeep to Waterdeep. Lacrissa had to quit the elf song to help out. I'm teaching night and day and fall into bed utterly exhausted every night. And I've never been happier. Do come and visit sometime. We'd love to have you. Lots of love, Alfira. From Damon. Hey there. Would you mind passing this on to Karlach? Thanks a mil. Karlach, if you're reading this, you're alive. One way or another, you found a way. Thank the gods. I think of you often, wondering what's become of you. Write to me, won't you? Please? Yours faithfully, Damon. And then from Elminster. Do you recall the day we first met, my boy? You could have been no more than 8 summers old, clutching your mother's apron, eyebrows singed off by the fireball you'd unleashed into your neighbor's rose bush. You were crying because the flowers were so beautiful, and you did not mean to destroy them. How kind, how eager, how brilliant you were, and yet so naive. You could not see that power so carelessly begets destruction, but so too might your good nature be the guiding light by which your abilities might shape our world for the better. Where is that child now, I wonder? Did he remain at Blackstaff Nose, buried in his books? Does he live within his mother's aging heart, weeping for those roses? Or is he within you still, lost amongst the trappings of godhood you so casually adorn yourself with? Wherever he is, I hope he can forgive me. To him I promise I will not make the same mistakes again. Elminster, clearly to Gale. All right, your turn, Nick.
I think it's the last one.
Oh, who is it?
Just Will. Where's he
Okay.
going to?
I assume Withers will be like the last one.
He seems to have a quest mark on him, so yeah.
There you are, my friend. Breathe deep. Can you smell it?
One last skill check for the road. Throw everything on it I've got. There we go.
You take in every scent the night breeze carries. Sweet honeysuckle, tender violets, and an earthy fragrance you can't quite recognize.
Forest trees draped in moss, bittersweet, smoky, and that faintest hint of vanilla. A far cry from the rancid Avernus heat that's been clogging my lungs. I swear, Karlach and I have felled enough cambions to build a fortress with their horns. Who'd have thought that just one of those fiends held the key to escaping Avernus for good? One of them sported a map and some blueprints. If you want all the gory details, Karlach can fill you in.
How have you been faring?
I think the splinters I made out of the last bone devil I saw speak for themselves. Not to pat myself too hard on the back, but I'm not such a bad ranger if I do say so.
Back, Michaela.
Any time to visit your dad?
I've seen him more than a few times, and he's as proud of me as I am of him. He's leading the city's renewal, opened the gates to all newcomers, rebuilt the council from scratch. And he's back in his element, commanding the Flaming Fist with brave heart and no shortage of empathy. The likes of Gortash can bend people's minds with a few chosen words. No tadpole needed. Bane's Chosen primed the Fist for a war they weren't meant to win. He convinced them there was an assassin hiding in every shadow, that cruelty was the correct answer to crisis. With a few exceptions, fathers pardoned every last fist. If my forgiveness not be Tyr's will, so be it. I shall forgive them all the same. His words, not mine. He still believes in the bow and the blade, but with Floric's help, he's teaching the fist a new lesson. Valor is found not in the wounds you inflict, but in the lives that you have bettered. May they all take it to heart. I've missed you too. The rush of battles we fought, the heart-to-hearts, the nights around the fire, the comfort of knowing I didn't face the unknown alone. If I had to do it all over again, and I'd rather not, to be clear, I can't imagine not having you at my side. Well, that's enough hell talk for the moment. The night's young. You shouldn't go wasting it. Or wasting any of the wine for that matter. I plan on downing half a bottle myself. Oh, did I say half a bottle? I meant half a dozen.
Too much wine.
Is it though? All right. So if that was if there's another person, Krabbby, you're welcome to them. Otherwise, I'll continue reading these letters as I sort of assume you don't want to read letters. But you would be free to if you'd like.
That is all the people and animals.
All right. The last third of the letters then. We have one from Nocturne. Dear Shadowheart, I hope that you are happy and well. I must keep this short as I remain surrounded by Shar's followers at almost every waking moment in my new enclave. I dearly wish for you to enjoy your night spent with old friends, and I hope that you and I shall share such a reunion. I know it must seem strange for me to dwell on such heretical thoughts, yet I cannot help myself. Perhaps one day I shall find some measure of the bravery that you did, and walk away from this life. Until then, I shall keep safe and hold memories of you as my one ember of light amid an ocean of darkness. Until we find each other again, yours always, Nocturne. A letter from Voss, who sent us a typical Githyanki stone. Githyanki script, Tersu adorns one side of the page, the other is written in the common tongue. Hey, Clutch, welcome in. How you doing? Shlak. Orpheus may not be with us, but the comet shines ever bright. Breath by breath, battle by battle, Vlaakith's death draws near. I have taken to the astral plane, slaughter all who must be slaughtered, and spread the air's truth to every possible ear, willing and unwilling. Many Githyanki have already taken up arms as warriors of the comet. Others have remained in their enclaves or traveled to Cratius, dedicating themselves to our cause as scribes, spies, and slate scholars. But our allies do not all call themselves children of Gith. Seirith Minyara Gith, the Githzerai's god king, has requested an audience. There was a time I would have thought such a coalition unspeakable, but with the Githzerai at our side, not even the full force of the Kithraki could stop us. If Vlaakith is to fall, perhaps the two skies must again be made one. Voss, Revricall to Orpheus, Knight of the Comet. A letter from Hope? Oh, I miss Hope.
I wonder if I can get this from my own cellar.
I had a dream last night. Not that there are any nights here, or any days. It was a dream about you, all of you, and you were here with me, and I had served bread and jam and oat crackers and cheeses and enough tea to quench a dessert. You nibbled and sipped and smiled and laughed, and you asked if I was happy. Nobody has asked that for so long that I don't know if anyone has ever asked it at all. I didn't have the words to answer, so instead I led you through my house and showed you all the souls that are here with me. They were Raphael's once, but now they only belong to themselves. The archive is an art gallery, the boudoir is a grand kitchen, and the dungeon is a refuge for any wounded soul or creature that finds its way to us. Am I happy? I don't know, but I am Hope, and I persist because of you. From Mayrina. Thought I'd reach out first for once. I finally had my baby, a beautiful boy. I can't believe I ever thought of giving him up. He screams his head off half the night, and I've barely slept, but I'm the happiest I've ever been. Other than my wedding day, of course. I decided to name him Connor, after his dad. With Ethel gone, myself and some other hag survivors have started our own publishing house. We've only printed a few pamphlets so far, but I'm halfway through my first book. Me, an author. It's like something out of a dream. Mind you, it's all about how to kill hags, but you know what they say. Write what you know. With every pamphlet we publish, more people show up to our support groups. As happy as that makes me, it breaks my heart to see how much harm Ethel did. But so long as I live, another hag won't set foot in Baldur's Gate. You have my word. Anyway, the reason I'm writing isn't just to talk your ear off, it's to say thank you for saving a scared young girl who thought she'd be a terrible mother. I couldn't have been more wrong. Next time we meet, pints are on me. Mayrina. A letter from Nine Fingers. I'm not much for leaving my city, but it does gladden a girl's heart to be asked to the ball, so I'll thank you for that much. In my place, except a few casks of a fine vintage that managed to roll their way down from the upper city in all the commotion. The rebuilding has given rise to many such happy opportunities, worth discussing over a more civilized drink in my guild hall if you find yourself at a loose end. Enjoy the muck and see if you can get the High Harper to sing. You won't be disappointed. NF. And finally, a letter from Zevlor. I hope my penmanship has improved somewhat in the past months. When I first stumbled into the city, I shook so badly that I could scarcely hold the soup the priests pressed into my hands, let alone write and thank you as you deserve. It is only when the city itself began to shake that I felt my hands grow still. Along with the other veterans sheltering at the temple, discards of Eltruel's unworthy legions, I watched that monstrosity rise over the city. We felt no fear, only anger, disgust, purpose, and with it, power. I do not know what oath we cling to now or how long it will last, but we shall use it to ensure that the city will not suffer as El Truel did, whether it wants us or not. It is more than thanks alone I owe. No words can make amends for what I did to my people, but that is as it should be. More come to the temple every day to aid in the relief efforts, and if I am permitted to work alongside them, then I am content. Come and see us when you can. Zevlor. And that wraps the letters.
All right. Are you just shooting all the alcohol on the table now?
Just a little bit of it. It's a party. We should drink. I'd eat if it would let me.
Wish I'd had time to polish up the horse.
I can only attack the food.
That's wild.
What, watching me stab some food to death?
Yeah, I picked it up just fine.
Wait, you can consume it?
No, I just picked it up. It doesn't.
Oh. Of course I could pick it up, but I want to eat it. You can consume the wine.
Well, we'll see what Old Man Withers has to say. Don't throw food at people. That's not nice.
The astral prism. I love that the dog came for it. Oh god, what happened?
You attacked Scratch.
I didn't mean to attack Scratch. Isn't that what you're supposed to do with food? Throw it, Celso? I think so. How do I get out of this situation? It's not my turn.
I think there's only one way, and I don't think we're gonna like it.
No. Well, first of all,
Simply amazing.
Fascinating.
Who did that?
With thy comrades
Chihira.
shared food.
Chihira, no!
But even such adamantine bonds could not prevent thee from ruining my party.
Oh god, do we have to reload the save file? Why is it you?
An ending I wasn't expecting.
Permit you to destroy one another after all thou accomplished. Begone.
So you punched the dog. Chihira killed the dog, and I'm the one who gets sent to hell.
That is a ridiculous.
There thou art, the dead three. Thy faces gods, thy actions barely worthy of the name. Didst truly believe thy ploy would succeed? Didst believe I would not notice? Thou soughtst to bolster thy strength by taking away the souls of mortals. But souls vanish when their hosts become mind flayers. Didst think the other gods would not notice?
Game, is this clutch? This is Baldur's Gate 3.
Maybe, yet thou hast proven thyself fools, everyone. The supplication of Bane, the whimper of Baal, the death mule of Merkel. Felled by mortals, I overestimated thee. They did not. Vermin, away. Thou wilt trouble us no more.
Just some Withers lore there. Where are we loading into? Oh, the home screen. Does that mean you guys aren't with me anymore?
We'll find out. Probably. Okay.
Shall we
Shall
try?
we see what the actual ending looks like?
You guys are
might as
separate
well.
from me, it looks. Are you in the world?
No, we're on the home screen.
Okay. This probably isn't going to work, but I'm going to try it just once anyway. I'm going to try it with Nick first.
Signs point to... No.
Okay. So yes, let me load an old save. And then we'll... I guess we'll just go straight to Withers.
Yeah.
Hopefully the game doesn't set any flags for talking to everyone. I just wanted to pick up the Astral Prism. I didn't want to punch the dog.
It's funny they had a thing set up for the possibility someone would punch the dog.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was for attacking anyone. It would have been more interesting if Withers had, like, punch the dog specific commentary. But he was like, y'all won't kill each other and ruin my party. All right. Let me know when you've both fully loaded.
I'm in.
I am in.
All right. Now I will load the reunion camp. And we will not punch the dog.
Now it's going to be difficult for you.
It is. I do love punching a good dog. And Scratch?
do you have,
Scratch
like,
is the best dog.
Punch things button depressed because you could only punch the food as well.
I could pick up the food. I just couldn't consume the food, which is what I wanted to do.
One day I'll catch a break.
So who is Withers?
This one night is like any other, and yet different. Thou art the savior of Baldur's Gate, until such time it requires saving again. How dost thou feel?
I think we accomplished everything we wanted to do, right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to say. Withers, I feel satisfied. I accomplished everything I wanted to do.
I am pleased to hear it. The satisfaction of one's intention is, to my surprise, a rare accomplishment. Enjoy the revelry of the day. Thou deservest at least that much.
I think I've caught up with everyone. What comes next?
What indeed? Prick up thy ears and listen.
Are we sure we're done partying? Have a good night, Celso. Sleep well.
The balance of the world restored. The balance of these lives, mortal and otherwise, brought to account. Hear me, thou heroes, wastrels.
I don't see either of you in this cutscene.
I have waited long to tell you these words. It is over. For now. Thou played thy part in weaving the fabric of fate itself, but for every thread you sew, so did the gods unravel another. Sleep, rest, revel, but be ready, for thou mayst yet be needed. Until we meet again, I wish thee every possible fortune, health, wealth, love, and above all, problems worth solving.
The greatest friends I could dream of.
To you.
I'm still curious where Nick was banished to.
Right? I love that. It's still weird to me that it was Nick who was banished and not me. And then neither of you were in that final cutscene.
Yeah, I mean, they did a fantastic job with the multiplayer shit, but it was definitely intended to be a single-player game, and they just sort of tacked that part on.
Kept us busy for a year.
Just tacked it on, though? You can't just tack on multiplayer.
I mean, they didn't really in the end. It was pretty solid. But it's difficult to have 4 variations of a cutscene for each set of players possible.
I don't know. Like, which one are you thinking about right now? Because I feel like in that last one, they could have just had spots for 4 players' models, and they just didn't?
Yeah.
Because of the high customizability of our models, those scenes all have to, they can't be pre-rendered anyway. Just tiny bugs. Well, it was longer than 15 minutes.
True.
So we got that going for us.
So now what?
That's the question.
Both in the immediate and the long term.
I don't know for the immediate. Long term, there's several ideas floating about. The singing is pretty. So I set like a bunch of goals for 2025, and one of them, tongue-in-cheek, was to finish Baldur's Gate 3. Little did I know it would be this quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah, Renova, we finished it. Tonight was the epilogue. We technically beat the game 2 weeks ago. And found that there's a bad end.
At the very 11th hour, 11 hours and 59 minutes, Nyavarr managed to trigger a bad end.
Well, that Withers scene talking to the three gods was post-credits. Do you think it'll be the same post-credits?
Possible.
Or is it possible it'll be a different post-credit since it ended well? And Withers didn't banish us.
I wonder if that scene means something to people who know all the lore. Like if it was a big deal or not.
So, I know that people who know things know what God Withers is. And I feel like that wasn't revealed in-game, so I thought it was part of that scene. But he wasn't called that, so I'm just super curious.
Interesting. Okay. Although the game never explicitly states it, is heavily implied that Withers is actually Jurgle, the original god of death, or the lord of the end of everything, who willingly gave up part of his divine portfolio to 3 evil adventurers who would then become the Dead Three. Interesting.
Maybe that's what he means by he overestimated them.
Mm-hmm.
It does say that if the player attack, so the wiki says if the player attacks anyone, Withers banishes them to an unknown realm. So nobody knows where Withers banished poor Nick to.
Good, good.
Yeah, the concept art also seems to definitively say that Withers is Jurgle. I posted that to our Discord thread.
There thou art, the Dead Three. Thy faces gods, thy actions barely worthy of the name. Didst truly believe thy ploy would succeed? Didst believe I would not notice? Thou soughtst to bolster thy strength by taking away the soul.
Why do you keep getting sick, Ellison? Because you have a tiny child
When their hosts
who goes to daycare, and so sickness is forever.
didst think the other gods would not notice.
Children are the foremost vectors of disease.
Gods thou may be,
Indeed.
yet thou hast proven thyself fools, everyone. The supplication of vain, The whimper of Baal. The death mule of Merkel. Felled by mortals.
You
I
sound so cuddly and you can't say no. Then you shall be sick
They
forever.
did not. Vermin, away. Thou wilt trouble us no more.
Did we kill them when we killed their chosens? Ah, Rune. Thank you for the heart, me, Rune. So, that's that?
Mm-hmm. That was a fun year and a half.
Was it only a year and a half? It feels like it's been longer.
I mean, it only came out in August 2023, right?
I guess so. Do we play it that soon after it came out? Hold on. I can look this up. I have
I think we started
every
like a month afterwards, but yeah.
single video on my YouTube from the beginning. Hold up. Where's the category? Baldur's Gate. Updated today. Of course it was. Okay. Somehow I went to the wrong category despite clicking. Oh, yep, I did click into the wrong category. I clicked the whole VODs category. Where is it? Here it is. Okay. First episode was streamed on October 26, 2023.
Well,
15 months.
that's a good run.
It was a good run. I'd almost
Now
be
we
willing.
install a whole bunch of full conversion mods and do it again.
I don't think GeForce Now supports mods yet.
Yeah. You were saying?
What was I saying? Oh, I was saying I'm almost willing to do it again. We did miss something, and I have no idea how we missed it, but we did miss it. Which is the pet owl bear.
Oh, we missed heaps of content.
That's true, but the owl bear is a big one.
I don't know how we missed it. We scoured the maps pretty hard every time.
Right? I don't know how we missed it either.
I think we didn't want to go in the cave. Because I think I remember that cave.
Oh, was it the one near the river in the first act?
Curse our younger, more careful selves.
Because that's the only time owlbears came up.
Yeah. East of the Lighted Village, close to the river. Yeah, that's the one time we said, "Nah, we'll come back later."
We would not miss that cave again. We would go through that cave for sure. Have a good night, Renova. Thanks for popping in. I think we might have also missed the opportunity to continue to upgrade Karlach's heart, but I don't know for sure. Because I know I kept getting infernal metal.
I think we maxed that out.
But I kept getting infernal metal, and I think additional soul coins.
What did soul coins do? I feel like we just skipped over that feature.
We got a bunch of those, and I'm not sure.
Wiki time.
Okay, so no, she only has 3 endings. Mindflayer, Explosion, or Avernus.
Karlak can consume soul coins. To get the condition Infernal Fury. Her weapon and unarmed attacks deal an additional 1d4 fire when she's raging or when her hit points drop below 25.
Oh, how useless.
I mean, 1d4 damage isn't the worst, especially considering Infernal Fury lasts until the next long rest.
Mm-hmm.
As of patch 2, Karlak deals 2 extra instances of 1d4 when making an unarmed strike with the Infernal Fury buff active.
Oh boy.
But even with that Infernal Fury, we still managed to slaughter.
Mm-hmm.
Man, so many weapons we didn't sell. Question remains, what, if anything, should we do tonight?
Good question. 45 minutes.
We could play Azul.
It would take me a solid half hour to get the Valheim server back online.
Valheim's a good idea for next week to at least pick up with the content we left behind.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't we say there was nothing new on Valheim, or did I misread that?
No, there have been a couple of big updates since. I mean, it's been a solid 2 years, according to my Steam library, since we last touched it.
It has been a minute, but the only news that I saw was the Ashlands, and I thought that we were there for the Ashlands' birth.
Oh, we were not.
Oh, okay. I just remember the big place full of nothing with mean spiders.
Yeah, that was the Mistlands.
Oh, okay.
Ashlands is fun fireplace.
Woo! Where those fire things that attacked us are actually from?
Mm-hmm.
I love that they would attack our camp before that long before the Ashlands ever existed. Well, do you wanna play a quick board game?
Sure.
Krabbby, you still have tabletop simulator installed?
It looks like I do. I can do 1 or 2 quick ones.
All right, let me pull that up. Just need to do a little bit of prep on my scenes. Not even really. I do gotta get Tabletop Simulator out of full screen mode, though. As it immediately kills all of my frames. Okay, I fixed it. Tabletop Simulator like just tanked my computer starting up for the first time.
Connecting to the server using putty? Like an
What?
animal?
Hey Brady, welcome in. All right, I created a server invite only. I just have to remember how to invite people. Here we go.
You don't. Oh, okay.
Well, I didn't set it up with like a password or anything. I set it specifically that you had to be invited.
Oh.
Then gotta change my game. Baldur's Gate to tabletop. Oh, we could not tonight, but we could go all the way back to gosh, what was it called? Do another Sleeping Gods campaign.
Oh, that'd be fun. It'd take about a year.
Yeah. I've pretty much forgotten most of it, so. But in the interim, do you want to play Azul?
We'll see if we remember how.
Oh, I remember how. And it's heavily scripted, which makes it fairly easy. Do you remember Azul, Krabbby?
Maybe. I've got to remember all the rules, and then I remember there's something different about how we play here versus what I am used to.
I don't think so. Like, we typically play with the base rules.
Right, maybe I just learned with something different.
So, Nick and I need to pick colors. Now Nick needs to pick a color.
Okay, where's the...
Click your name on the top right and click change color.
Is that how we do it? Okay. Right, because I had already...
There we go.
Why is this... Oh, because it brought a security group, isn't it? Oh.
What?
I'm trying to bring the Valheim server back up.
Tonight?
Why not?
Fair enough. It was AWS, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I hear you muttering AWS terms over there. I go first. Okay. Let's start with these guys. I thought it was my turn. Oh, it's Krabby's turn. Never mind, I'm not first. I'm also going to mod you both.
Cool.
Good night, Rune. Sleep well. I feel like I said that earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Hydrate and stretch. Gosh dang it, Rune. You just didn't really go to bed the first time. Okay. What hell do we have in the middle here? Nick's got a damn good setup.
Only because I'm only half playing.
You're only half playing. You're at the top of the leaderboard.
Well, if I try to think about it, it'll
Oh, yes.
fall apart.
Probably completely and utterly. Man, I really screwed myself this go round.
Up 22 to my local IP. Gotta figure out how to get the PEM file over to my WSL instance so I don't have to use putty like a monster.
I mean, your drive should just be mounted, shouldn't it?
Drive?
Like your Windows drive should be mounted into WSL so you can access anything on it.
Yeah, but for putty, I would have downloaded whatever the Windows specific key file is, right? It's not a PEM file. So I don't even know if I have that PEM file.
I mean, it could have been a PEM file. It'd be weird if you downloaded a PPK.
I couldn't tell you, honestly. Was it even this computer? I'm not sure.
Ow, why?
What am I going to do? I do this.
Tabletop Simulator apparently takes a lot of CPU cycles and or GPU cycles. It is not kind to my computer. I'm going to turn chat pet off. Goodbye, chat pet. The redeem will still work. There just won't be a visible pet.
Solid 500 megs of updates to the base system. Why not?
500 megs.
It's been 2 years since I ran Yum update on the server.
I'm sure that'll go fine.
Gonna do here.
Why, Michaela? Why did you do this to me, Michaela? they gonna do? I feel like I knew, and now I don't know. This would be a decent play, though.
Not decent for me.
Oh, I'm sorry, Krabbby. You'll get your red next time around. It's not been the longest time since I've played Azul, but it's been long enough. I'm not really looking at other people's setups right now. Although if I were, that would definitely have still been the play to make.
I fully have no idea what I'm doing.
Decent. Speaking of old servers running old software, though, I have my VPSs just running the most ancient, decrepit versions of Debian ever.
Make your shit. Well, this is gonna go nowhere, huh?
Oh, thank God. I thought Nick was for sure going to screw me over on that one.
I felt like it, but I chose not to.
I feel like this is going to be a very bad round for me.
Believe in yourself.
No. I love Krabbby trying to decide which red to take.
I wasn't sure if it would matter.
There were so many options. Curses. Double curses.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dang, I didn't even notice Krabby's setup over there.
Mm-hmm.
Man's going
pretty good.
Going ham. Currently want this. Have to change my approach. I'm on to you, Nick.
Huh?
Never mind. I thought yellow would have served you better there, but it would have been red, and there wasn't a red up there. So I guess the blue is fine. You do apparently get the dregs, though.
Yeah, seems like, huh?
Oh, this is the last round then, huh?
Oh, right, that's what triggers that.
My VTube model has stopped moving.
Yeah, that's it.
It's way too many black pieces in the middle. What hell's hashed we un?
Well, somebody's
Hath we
having a bad
unleashed?
time, huh? Yeah.
Yeah.
Nyavarr will have the least bad time.
You think so?
You can do 5 of them for points.
Yeah.
I suppose that's the least bad time. I mean, it looks like I'm gonna get stuck with them anyway. I still need to make good moves before then.
Ooh, that sucks a great deal. That sucks a great deal.
Which one's less bad?
The Reds, obviously.
The Reds, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Ooh, a tie.
Wow.
Whoa. A tie despite taking all those black tiles.
It's using 7 gigs of data on the server.
Shall we go again?
Yeah.
I could do one more.
I like the simplicity of Azul. So simple yet so deep. So chat. I don't know. I don't know, chat. I'm thinking the 2 blue wouldn't be a bad bet. Oh, and then he takes them. Now I guess I have to hope to get that 1 red up there. Yeah, that's my red. So I'm trying to make these lines down here. There's not 5 blue this turn, and I could start stacking blue for next turn, but I don't know about that. Let's go ahead and grab a black from somewhere. And then fill down the line, so we want maybe 3 yellows. If they all go to the middle, that would be a great place to get the 3 yellows, but I don't know if that'll happen. Nick's already ahead of me on the yellows. So, I do like the light colors, so maybe I'll take a blue to go up here and try to get the other blues so we can get all 5 of those and get the bonus points at the end of the game. Ah, we've got way too many blacks in the middle again. One of us is going to take the loss on that, but I don't know who.
Ooh, baby.
The blacks in the middle again?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I can get that blue and the go first token. Hopefully I don't get stuck with the blacks then, because that would be really bad. I'm fairly far behind on points.
Krabbby takes the hit.
Hopefully I can
minus
play it.
1.
Yeah, -1 is nothing. You can shake a stick at -1. There are choices to be made. So chat, I'm just gonna wing it with whatever comes out here. Nothing is terribly bad for me.
Go with you.
I don't even think that some are worse than others, but black or blue. You know what? We'll start building out the 5 line. That'll be fine. Although maybe I should have kept Krabbby from getting those 2 black. Because look at me, I'm way behind. I'm 14 points. Is there any recovery for me? I have no idea. Grab this. At least we can keep building those lines down and get those bonus points. Neither of them are going to complete a row this turn, which is good. Nick, though, is only 2 turns away minimum from completing a row. So that's worrisome. Getting all 5 of the crystals at the bottom is going to be hard, but I think I can do it. Depending on how this plays out, though, I might have to take a hit to do that. It'll be worth it, though. Now, the real question is Nick listening in? Is Nick cheating? Probably not. Holy crap. I would have to take a major hit to get those in. 2 -1s, though, is not the worst, so I'll take that hit. I really want to build that out. I'd love it if we could get exactly 4 blues in the middle. That would be mwah, chef's kiss. Not going to happen, but it would be mwah, chef's kiss. Yeah. I'm going to take the 3 blue. I'm going to make it obvious what I'm doing. And we'll see what happens from that. I could get screwed over here. I could not. Who could know? Not me. Krabby's going to take the 1 blue. How evil. How evil. What's Nick going for? Black? Okay. That lets me put yellow up on my number 2, which is a good spot for yellows. That means I could end the game next turn. I won't. Unless forced to, because that would be bad for me. But that should be a good amount of points for me. Although Nick will also be able to end the game next turn, so maybe I'll have to end the game. Well, I'm 26. Nick's winning by 10, so that's rough. I don't want to grab all those blues. What does Nick need to win? Nick needs light blues to end the game. Krabbby cannot end the game. So we just got to keep Nick from getting 3 light blues, which he can't. He can't this round. So I can do whatever I want. I just can't fill that top slot with blue. So like I don't even want to fill that top spot then. So let's fill the uppermost. Let's put a yellow there. I want to put nothing on my second spot. Oh, I did miss that Nick can finish it with red by putting 1 on the top spot. Crap. And that's probably going to happen unless we can make it punishing to do that, which I think that's going to be tough. This will help with that, though. No, it won't. Not as long as those single reds still exist. When will he realize it? Is he gonna make the play for it now? No, he's gonna go for the yellows. I'm also gonna go for the yellows. There. Now Nick cannot end the game this round without it being like incredibly harsh on him. Although that's gonna be harsh to somebody. And the way these things usually come around is it's probably gonna be me. Nick, me, Krabbby, Nick. Yeah, it's gonna be me. So what can I do now to make this less harsh on myself? I don't want the light blue either. The black can go on row 3. The yellow, oh, well, I'm building out the 5 yellow down here. But yeah, those red are going to come back to me.
Those reds are about to hurt.
Yeah, they are. And they're going to hurt me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a victim of my own designs. I take some solace in the fact that Nick will also have some minus points. But all of these have to go on my bottom row.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's real bad. All my machinations.
Minus 14.
The pain, the shame. All right. So, I mean, I think we're going to see the end of the game this round. I'd be shocked if we didn't. So I would like to try to complete both of those rows, if that's how we're playing this. Oh, I can't. There's not enough blues to complete both of them. That sucks. So how do I get the most points? Maybe 4 blacks on the 4th row? Once again, the reds are evil. God, it's going to be me again, isn't it? Krabby's working on, like, how can I screw Nyavarr over? I bet he is. Gosh, this is all just very, very bad. Excuse me, I need this. Thank you. Oh, I'm not gonna get completely screwed over this turn, right? Because Krabbby, Nick, me, Krabbby.
Bad for me every which way, huh? Yeah.
I'm gonna get those reds, it looks like.
Yeah, unless someone takes them first, it looks like they're gonna be yours.
Now here's the interesting thing, though. I can't place the blacks. I can't place the blue. I can't place the red.
You can place the red, it's true. But it's more damaging than the blue would be.
It finishes a row for him, so
Yeah.
probably not.
I mean, you
But
get
maybe?
+2 from a row, right?
Plus the 5 points for the placement.
Yeah.
Minus, I don't know, close to 14.
5. Yeah. 1, 2, 4, 6, 8.
So it'd be a -1, the same as a blue.
Same as the blue. Yeah. Well, I'll just take the blue.
Well, I'll just grab these blacks, which fit perfectly onto my board.
The reds fit perfectly onto mine.
Yes, I suppose, in a way. Nick's getting all those pluses. I didn't quite catch up. I was really hoping to. So I completed two colors. Hey, Digital, welcome in. How you doing?
Yeah, where did all his points come from?
It's a good question.
Just filling out so many.
We'll never fully know.
Just, yeah, a bunch of filling out, and then, yeah, I got the 5 blues.
Oh yeah, filling out does wonders. I was trying to do that, and then somewhere along the path I failed. And then a round or two ago, the round that I got blasted with all the red tokens, I had specifically done machinations to make sure that Nick couldn't get the red piece to win the game, to like end the game without it being incredibly punishing. And then it incredibly punished me.
And then your petard came around and hoisted you, yeah.
Exactly right.
That's what it was. We both had to eat huge losses, but he played it smart.
Yeah, those losses really killed us, because how many points did you have minus that last one, Krabbby?
11.
So you were in the 80s.
I really wanted to convince Nick that since they were both -1, he should do the other.
I thought about it, but then I realized it would hurt you a great deal. Yeah. I mean, there would just be something ballsy about taking, those 6 reds.
Oh, you know what?
Almost completely mitigating it. Yeah.
I think we miscalculated that too, because I think it would have been not -1, but +3 if I'm counting his board right.
Right, because there would have been the vertical component as well.
You might head to bed, Digital. Well, have a good night if you do. Otherwise, feel free to hang with us until we end stream, which is not long from now. Like I said, I like this game a lot. But I overthink it, and it always comes for me in the end. We gotta figure out what to do next week. Oh, probably Valheim, since Nick is setting it up.
I have to resize the goddamn disc.
Is it that much more space, or?
So Valheim itself is like 256 megs, right? Okay. Apparently our world file has just grown.
That is probably the heavy part, isn't it?
Guess how big are you? No, world file's only 57 megs. What's using up all the space?
But on that, on the Valheim note, should we invite our fourth, who was also playing Valheim with us?
I mean, yeah, if he wants to.
Okay, I'll reach out then. Assuming Krabbby is still good with that.
I was just typing you up a message asking about that, because I didn't know if it was something I was supposed to ask publicly. But yeah, no reason not to.
Well, that's why I vague posted about it when I said. Yeah, I think that's probably where I'm going to end stream at least.
Sounds good to me. I'll figure out this goddamn server before next week.
And y'all are still okay with me streaming if we do Valheim? Thank you. I appreciate that. We're doing big numbers before the TikTok ban. Although I think Valheim is post TikTok ban, so we'll see what happens. Because
your metrics recover.
Twitch and YouTube are still nice to me, but I posted this like 5-minute TikTok video about how I wasn't worried about the ban at all, under the assumption that everyone was going to do the least that they had to do under the law. And then apparently TikTok's like, nah, we're just going to shut our servers down. So I'm like, oh, okay then. Not sure why you would do that when your website still works fine, but you know, you do you. Because, like, for a ban law, it's like the most toothless bill I've ever seen. Because it literally just says that the app stores can't have the TikTok app on them and can't distribute updates for the TikTok app. And that's literally it.
That's probably how most people use it, though, and I doubt most people go around those.
Certainly iOS users, but like Android's not a tiny population. They could just post the APK on their website.
Even Android people, you think most of their younger users are going to know how to do that?
I think it's really easy to instruct them how to, and anyone who wanted TikTok would figure it out real fast because it's not hard on Android.
Yeah, maybe. I just see people as lazier about it.
Elsa, thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. I mean, lazy, sure, but it takes a lot less work than migrating to Red Note.
Mm-hmm.
Elsa, I am having a wonderful day. Thank you. My guests here are Nick and Krabbby. Their usernames are in the title. Neither of them currently stream independently, as far as I know.
How would I do that?
Why would you do that, or how, or when?
Why?
Why?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't want to be watched by people.
There's a whole genre of like
This is a
co-working.
Private Discord stream, right?
Old school private Discord stream.
Yeah.
Oh, we could always go back to Sea of Thieves too.
There's that.
One of them is a deer. Yeah, Krabby's a deer. Let's do Valheim first, assuming, because Nick has already started and assuming he finishes it. But then also, yeah, I love Sea of Thieves. I'd be super willing to get back into that.
Figuring out how to reinstall Sea of Thieves is probably more complicated than resizing the EBS volume.
Considering that you got it through the Windows Store, probably.
Yeah. So Windows Store even still a thing?
Yes. It's actually on GeForce Now, so I would definitely continue using GeForce Now for Sea of Thieves.
There we go.
Is Valheim? It is! I can play with the graphics all the way up, because we haven't modded it or anything.
Did you need a powerful computer to play it with the graphics all the way up?
I don't know. But the last time I played it was on my old computer, which couldn't even run Raft in stream at the same time, so...
That's true, yeah.
Welcome back, Corey. Still doing well? I'll need to make a new thumbnail now.
You have 1 week.
Whole week? That should be enough time. I have like a little bit of time tomorrow night. I might use that to make thumbnails. Because I also need to update my Stardew Valley thumbnail. So tonight was our 41st Baldur's Gate stream. "41 sessions.
Streams, yeah. It's like 150 hours or something like that.
It is many hours, yes. Well, Steam can just tell me how much I spent in the game. You said over 15 months? I thought it was more like 14 since it was October 26th.
So we missed probably like a third of the weeks on average.
$130 hours of playtime. I have. Elsa, you're beginning your journey on being a femboy and to be more feminine, and you learned that you're gay. What is the correct response to that? Congratulations doesn't feel quite right.
Nice. And a thumbs up.
I don't have hands.
I mean, spiritual thumbs up.
Nice. But yeah, on that note, I'm going to end the streams. Y'all feel free to not go anywhere, and I'll keep talking to y'all. I'm going to end the streams. My next scheduled stream is Saturday, where I'll be playing Stardew Valley with my wife. We have moved from that being both of our screens on my computer to her and I both streaming at the same time and collabing that way with a shared chat. So do feel free to come out on Saturday, my lovely viewers. Do you guys want me to mute myself for this, or are you okay listening to all this?
You're fine.
Okay. Yeah. So if you haven't dropped a follow yet, please do consider following me. If you're watching me over on TikTok, consider going to Nyavarr.com and following my other platforms as well. Because I'm going to keep trying to post to TikTok and streaming to TikTok, but some of y'all might not be able to find me that way. But you can always find me at Nyavarr.com and in the Discord server. On that note, I'm going to end the YouTube and TikTok streams, and then Twitch, you stick around because we're going to raid out to someone, and you want to get those extra points to continue punishing me with. But have a wonderful rest of your night. Would never follow me. Digital, why? Actually, I don't think you're in my Discord server, are you, Digital? So rude. I'm kidding, of course. But have a good night, y'all. I'll see you on the flip side. Twitch, stick around. Bye.